welcome back everybody. In this session, we will be talking about the early Renaissance drama, or we can also say drama before Shakespeare, because Shakespeare is the biggest name in the Renaissance drama or Elizabethan age, which moves on to the Jacobean age also. So, who were the people writing before Shakespeare or in the times of Shakespeare also? The earliest, we can say, when the comedy and tragedy not originated, but yes, we will say in the English scenario, when it was established, it was 1550s and the 1560s. So it was 16th century, mid 16th and the late 16th century. Both comedy and Latin already existed in other languages. In English, they were taken from Latin sources. Comedies were taken from the works of Terence and Plautus. You can write down these two names. Tragedies were inspired from the works of Seneca. The medieval miracle, we already saw the medieval miracle and the mystery plays, right? And we saw interludes also, which were played for the monarchs in the court. Now, these plays also obviously contributed for the development of drama as a genre in Renaissance. And it developed so beautifully that this age is called the golden age of English drama. We already saw when we were doing mystery miracle plays, we talked about the 4 PP by John Haywood. John Haywood. So, even John Haywood's work, it became a link between this medieval morality plays and the 16th century drama, the theatre that emerged. 4 PP by John Haywood. Uska date hai somewhat early 1540s. So in 1550s and 60s, the drama started developing, and late 16th century developed beautifully, and there were brilliant comedies, brilliant tragedies written by so many nice dramatists like Marlow and of course Shakespeare. When we talk about the first comedy, it was Ralph Roister Doister. These are some of the facts now. Ralph Roister Doister, somewhere around 1552 is the date, by Nicholas Udall. Gorboduc, around 1561, it is by Thomas Norton and Thomas Sackville. The first tragedy. Then we have Grammar Girton's Needle. It was acted at Cambridge University in 1566. We don't know the author. This particular work, it actually connected with the audience because it talked about the daily lives of the audience, and people loved to watch that. Therefore, farcical element was introduced within this local domestic scenario, more closely related to the daily life of the audience. So Ralph Roister Doister, Gorboduc, Grammar Girton's Needle, some of the earliest known works in English. Now, when we are talking about drama before Shakespeare, it wouldn't be wise if we do not talk about the university wits, one of the major groups of dramatists and even poets who were writing in the late 16th century. Why are they called university wits? Because they came from the major universities, Oxford and Cambridge. Either they were from Oxford University or they were from Cambridge University. There is one exception, however, Thomas Kidd. Thomas Kidd is also sometimes included in this group, university wits, but he was not from any of these universities, Oxford or Cambridge. The university wits were a group of English playwrights and poets who were active in the late 16th century, and it was during the time of Queen Elizabeth I. A lot of significant contributions are there that they made to the development of English drama and literature. Their educational background and association they were associated with universities. Many of these writers had studied at prestigious universities, Oxford and Cambridge, which were considered the center of learning during that time. Who were the university wits? Let's look at the list. Christopher Marlow, 1564 to 93. Marlow was one of the most influential playwrights of his time. Tragedies. He's also written a poem Then Thomas Kidd, as I said, sometimes included in the group, but he was not from any of the aforementioned universities. Kidd was known for his play The Spanish Tragedy, which was a significant success and a major influence on later Elizabethan drama. Robert Greene, 1558, same date है दोनों का, 1558, 92, 94. Greene was a versatile writer known for his plays, for his poetry, and also for his prose works. His notable plays include Friar Bacon and Friar Bungay and James IV. George Peele, 1556 to 1596. Peele's notable work include The Battle of Alcazar and Edward I. Historical भी हैं, Edward I, James IV. Then Thomas Nash, 1567 to 1601. Nash was a satirist, a playwright, and also a pamphleteer. He is known for his works like Summer's Last Will and Testament and Pierce Penniless. Then we have John Lilly, 1553 to 1606. He was famous for his witty and euphemistic writing style. Have you heard the term euphemism? Not euphemism. There are two different terms. Euphemism is different. Euphemism is different. Euphemism comes from John Lilly's work. It means very elevated language, flowery language, you add some heavy words and you make the language look very flowery. That's euphemism. So he is known for his play, which include Euphues, The Anatomy of Wit, and Endymion, John Lilly. And we have Thomas Lodge, 1558 to 1625. Best known for his prose romance, it is titled Rosalind, again Euphues, Golden Legacy. It was published in 1590. This work served as the source material for William Shakespeare's play As You Like It. I think by reading the name Rosalind, you must have thought that, oh, I've heard this name before, Rosalind. So As You Like It, Shakespeare का source है वो, which demonstrates Lodge's impact on later playwrights. So these are the 7 university wits. Let's quickly revise. 1550s and 60s, the development of drama, especially comedy and tragedy. The source is Latin. For comedy, Terence and Plautus. For tragedies, Seneca. Golden period of drama. Link between the medieval drama and 16th century drama is the 4 PP by John Haywood. Let me know who are the 4 PPs. The 4 P's, which are the 4 characters. We talked about it in the earlier session. Then Ralph Roister Doister, first comedy, Gorboduc, first tragedy, Grammar Girton's Needle, first work to talk about the daily life of audience. Then we have the university wits from Oxford and Cambridge universities, Christopher Marlow, Thomas Kidd, George Greene, George Peele, Thomas Nash, John Lilly, and Thomas Lodge. Remember, 7 people. Out of these, sometimes Thomas Kidd is not even included, but yes, most of the time he is included because of the amazing work that he has done. Alright, we'll be talking about some of these playwrights in detail in the sessions to come. Thank you for watching. Please share the video if you liked it, and please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you.